Hello, everybody. How's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, and let's play some Caves of Qud. Believe I'm pronouncing that pretty close to right there. Now, I've played this game in the past, but it's been a while. I've been playing a lot of Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup as my typical roguelike on Monday, but because I finally won, hey Kuro, good evening, my friend. This is new. Because I beat my last run on Crawl, before I pick up a new species or continue the species that I started, the Deep Elf, I do want to play some Caves of Qud. I have not played in a while, like I said, and I had a viewer comment on my earlier video series of this that there was a significant patch to the game that updated a bunch. So I'm curious to see what that's all about. Neo, good evening, my friend. How are you doing? I hope the roommates aren't being... not roommates, but neighbors aren't being too noisy, I should say. Alright, so I'm going to start a new game. I don't even know if my old game would continue because it's from a previous version. So I'm going to click New Game. And it looks like, yeah, this is new. So they added some new options here, like permadeath, roleplay, wander, and daily. Hey, Curried Favor, good evening, my friend. I'm probably just going to do classic because it's a roguelike, and that's what I'm used to, is permadeath. So I'm gonna go in with that, and oh, they've changed this quite a bit in terms of what you get to do in terms of the creation. Do I want to go with a preset? Do I want to just make my own character? Do I want to be random? Or do I want to... I haven't built anything. I don't even know what a build library would be, and just a favored strategy, I guess. Let's check into the presets. Hey, Nickman, good evening, my friend, or good morning for you. How are you doing? Let's see. I could be a mutated human or a true kin. And this is actually kind of going back to what I'm used to, which is the mutated human has mutations, moderate starting attributes, and minus 600 reputation with the Puttus Templar, which are probably just anti-mutation people. And you could be True Kin, which gives you high starting attributes, cybernetics, 20 bonus skill points at each level, and bonus resistances based on arcology of origin, and you can rebuke robots, I should say. Interesting. Yes, Nickman, I guarantee it, my friend. I believe I will die a bunch. The last time I played this, I went with a mutated human, so let's try a true kin instead. And I can be a Praetorian Prime, which means a charge-based melee fighter that starts with night vision. It's the most survivable starting build. That sounds pretty attractive. The first Gardener, that's hilarious. Hybrid melee and ranged fighter starts with cooking and gathering, and it's highly survivable. Or the first Child of the Hearth, which is a melee fighter and an extreme bruiser that starts with carbide hand bones. I don't know if I quite know what that means, and that's highly survivable. So I think I did Praetorian Prime as my very first character. So let's try first Child of the Hearth. I like the idea of being an extreme bruiser. That seems cool. And let's see. So here's my character creation build summary. Here's my attributes. I'm strong. I have a parallel agility and toughness. Not the smartest. decent stats all around. And I have these cybernetics, so I guess I'm like Wolverine. I have some hand bones that have been replaced. I don't have claws, but I maybe have like an exoskeleton, or a... not an exoskeleton, interior skeletal strength. Yes, yes, I'm now reading Nick Man's comments. Yeah, I am like Wolverine, exactly. That's what I was thinking of. Not adamantium, and I don't have claws, but my bones seem reinforced. So I like that. And so, let's go to next. And let's get a name in here. So... well, let's just be us and say okay. And then go here. And okay, we can choose a starting location. I started in... every time I've played, I've started in Joppa. And it says recommended for new players, and I still consider myself a new player, so that's my plan. Okay, so I'm starting there. You embark for the Caves of Qud. Alright, so here we go. Press space. And again, when I boot up this game, first of all, it has music, which is just awesome. Love that. Hopefully you guys can hear it. Okay, let me kind of turn it up for you a bit, maybe. And I'm immediately reminded of Dwarf Fortress when I see the text box, the ASCII presentation of many of the sprites, and then the kind of randomized font with different, I'm assuming, procedural names and things. So anyway, there's that. On the 30th of Kisu Ux, you arrive at the oasis hamlet of Joppa along the far rim of Moghra Yi, the Great Salt Desert. Well, I just saw the movie Dune, so I'm totally familiar with the desert. All around you, moisture farmers tend to groves of Viridian water vine. There are huts wrought from rock salt and brine stalk. On the horizon, Qud's jungles strangle chrome steeples and rusted archways to the earth. So it looks like, it's like maybe post-apocalyptic, these chrome steeples and rusted archways. A former civilization that's fallen. Further and beyond, the fabled spindle rises above the fray and pierces the cloud-ribboned sky. You got that right, Nick Man. I've been doing the Golem quest in the Al-Kharid Desert in RuneScape. I'm all over the desert. Yep. I should be well acclimated then. Okay, so let's see. I can just stand here and the game time won't pass, so I can spend some time reacclimating myself to the UI of the game. There's a hilarious purple kitty up here. Can I, like, right-click on this? Yes. So you can use the mouse to kind of explore the overworld. And it says it's a 1-star ribbon night. A raycat crossed the marshy loam and wandered into Joppa. The watervine farmers, wakened by the joyful cries of a small girl, gathered around to revel at the favorable omen and extol the generosity of the beetle moon. Since then, Ctesiphus has spent his days curled under the shade of a brine stalk hut and sauntering over dirt paths. That must be the cat's name. So long as he's approached with care, he welcomes the hands of friends and strangers alike. Well, that's a good kitty. His base demeanor is docile. Well, friend, that's good. And he's phosphorescent. Okay. So, let me just then move away from that. Here's some information in this text box to the right. There's a zealot who is Maybe this guy in yellow, and he says, look to the north, journey to the 6-day stilt, and pay homage to your saviors. We'll see about that. All around you, yes, 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 yes. So this is just what I read before. Okay. Oh, and let's see. I move around with the arrow keys. I can make camp. I can rebuke a robot, which is, yep, something I do all the time. I can slam things, and I can sprint. I have 64 bucks, or water, I believe is the currency in this game. 0 experience. I'm level 1. 18 hit points. Let's see. Show or hide the minimap. Okay. I can look. I can wait. I can bring up my character sheet, which shows my stats and things. I is my inventory. Let's take a look at this. I have some smoldered mushrooms, I guess, as food. I have a bunch of torches. I have some tonics, which are different potions. I have 64 drams of fresh water. Okay. E is my equipment. I'm wearing a painted leather apron. Who wouldn't be? You know? I have a steel mace that does 2 dice 2 damage. And is this to hit? It has a 7 to hit. I can't remember how to understand that. Let me, game info, classic mode, yeah. Options. Oh, okay, wow. This looks kind of new. Okay. Huh. Alright, well, anyway. Let's go ahead, and I believe, if I'm remembering this correctly, you can talk to somebody here and get a quest to go explore the caves around here. Let's see, who are you? Oh, you are Mehmet. Live and drink, friend. May you find shade in Joppa. What can you tell me about Joppa? You'd be wise to speak with Elder Irudad. Look for his hut to the north. I'm in search of work, buddy. Some critters are eating our water vine. Uh-oh. Yep, Red Rock. I've done this quest before, and it's a good place to get started, at least in my opinion. Farrak claims he saw one slinking around a vine patch. Ugly little thing, he says. Pale white, 8 legs, an ear-splitting whine. I noticed a bit of red dirt in the water vine pool, the same we find in the soil at a nearby cave to the north we call Red Rock. Well, we're going to go check out Red Rock. Travel to Red Rock and kill as many of the critters as you can. Bring back the corpse of one, too. Elder Irudad will reward your efforts. I can say no, or I can do it. I can take the quest, and I will take the quest. I will do as you ask. So we've got a quest, and if I push Q for quests, it says this, and it gives me all kinds of cool information. So it is a roguelike kind of game with permadeath and, you know, that business, but it seems to have set areas that are generated with set quests, and then I'm sure there's random elements that go on top. I don't know if I've gotten far enough to really extrapolate much more than that, but I do like that. Alright, I think this is the Elder's hut here. Are you the Elder? He is. Elder Irudad. Live and drink, wayfarer. Welcome to the oasis of Joppa. Here you will find shade and victual, along with other provisions to help you better scour the rust caves for treasure. Above all else, you may drink of our fresh water and quench your thirst. What can you tell me about Joppa? Joppa is an oasis hamlet nestled between the eastern reaches of the Great Salt Pans and the jungles of Qud. We're a community of water vine farmers. These groves lie along some of the few tracts of land tame enough to grow water vine. What can you tell me about the world? Qud. Qud is a strange and terrifying mesa to the northeast. Okay, so maybe not the world, maybe just this region, I guess. Her tainted rivers breathe life in all its motley forms. Her poisoned jungles shelter priceless relics of a forgotten past. Yes, so it is indeed, you know, post-apocalyptic, the forgotten past, some ancient civilization, but this is a tough area. We've got a desert. They're just trying to farm enough moisture to survive. And then there's poisonous jungles, motley forms of life. Seems like a tough existence these people eke out. But that is just the half of it, for Qud's most precious treasures and her most hidden children lie within the innumerable chrome caverns beneath the scarlet loam. To ply those silver hollows, a spry adventurer's dream. It's my dream. The years have wizened me beyond such foolish ambitions, but you, be not deterred so. My thanks, Elder. Live and drink. So, I feel like I'm a youngster, like he says. I'm dumb. I'm just going to take the equipment that they start me with and go to Red Rock, and I hope that that's enough. Now, I'm in like a zoomed-in area of the map, I believe, and if I walk up to the next zone, it's going to go to like the overworld. Let's see. It says you could go to the world map by pressing minus on the numpad or the caret key to go up. From any surface zone, you can return to the region by pressing plus or the right caret. Okay. So, if I zoom out, yep, here's the overworld map. And I am way down here. Now, the first time I played this game, all of these swirly lines I kind of thought were water, but I believe that they are like the desert dune sea. And that these are water. This is the jungle area that they're talking about. And this is the desert, and this is kind of the in-between where Joppa is. Alright, so let me just move up, and you pass by Red Rock. So Red Rock is here, so I'm going to zoom into this. You've finished a step. Travel to Red Rock for the quest, What's Eating the Water Vine? You gain 50 experience. I mean, that's excellent. Who doesn't want 50 experience? I'm pleased. I'll take it. Okay, so let me then explore. Man, there's some sounds happening, some ambient sounds. It's a little ominous. I'm going to explore and just see what I can find. Okay, there's a little structure here. Nothing going on. I don't remember how combat works too well, so that should be a fun treat. And let's see, anything over here? Nope. Is there like an auto-explore? Anyway, I'm sure that there is, but I'll just walk around manually. You know what I can do is just go to key mapping. And use, cancel, talk, look, get, interact, open, use ability, fire my missile weapon. Yeah, auto explore is numpad 0. Okay. So if I press that, I just kind of, my guy's going to walk around. There we go, and just check things out. Cool. I found some trees. I think you can get some skills to harvest things from this screen. There we go. There's the steps down into where I want to go. And let's go down. I don't have any of those skills right now. Oh, right away, I see somebody, and it's a Snapjaw Scavenger. Tussocks of fur, dress skin, stretched over taut muscle. Upright she stands, but she looks ready to drop onto fours. Her snout snarls, and her ears twitch. She barks, and her hyena tribesmen answer. Uh-oh. So she alerted her buddies. Hey, Rob. Good evening, my friend. How you doing? I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. I'm playing some Caves of Qud. It's been a while, and there has been a significant content update, and some of the game is the same and familiar, but then some of the game has received some quality of life upgrades. The interface, some of the tutorials look a little cleaned up. The start of the game seems different, or that could just be faulty memory, but here we go. So it tells me that this creature is a swarmer, so it receives a bonus to her hit and penetration rolls for each other hostile swarmer beyond the first, who is in another square adjacent. So she gets a benefit if there's a bunch of her allies around, and she has called to them to come, so we want to take her down, I suppose, before she gets that benefit. She is average, I don't know what average means there, health, and she's hostile to me. And, okay, so let me see what abilities I have. I hit her with my steel mace. Now, I just pushed Shift A to do that, and I killed it. I wasn't really meaning to do that. Oh, great, Rob. Yeah, you know, I gotta tell you, I've been enjoying trying to mix things up every once in a while and present just a wide range of content, keep things fresh, just see what's out there. And I have heard good things about this too. I've actually played it before and then heard some more good things, and I was like, you know what, I should give it a shot now that there's been an update. So I pushed Shift A to go to abilities, and I kind of thought that what that would do is open up like a screen of abilities I could choose from, but what that seemed to instead do is just attack. So maybe that's not the right, maybe Shift A is just attack with your weapon. Let me see this. Use ability. No, that is what I did, use ability, but you don't get to choose, you just kind of use whatever ability is like your standard ability, maybe. So let's see, how do I map my abilities? Or see what abilities I even have? Hey, Snack, good evening, my friend. Looks like A in that menu is not case sensitive. Maybe you're right. Oh, I see what you mean. Oh, no, okay, it's, maybe it's, it says Control A is auto attack in melee, but maybe that means you attack, like, until they die or something, but I think you're right. So let's see if I can figure out, Oh, I see. Melee attack nearest enemy. You're reading better than I am, Snack. Yes, I didn't see that. Okay, you're right. So that's melee attack nearest enemy, and then Control A just means maybe it means you auto explore and then attack. I'll figure that out in a second. But let me open up my skills and powers, maybe, or figure out like what abilities I have. It's kind of what I think. 2, maybe it just keeps fighting until you get to a certain health limit, like in Crawl. Anyway. No, I don't need a debug. I don't need system. Okay, let me try then. Here we go. So if I push A, just lowercase a, it opens up this screen that says Manage Abilities. And so Slam is my like basic attack, which must mean hit them with my mace. So this is the screen I wanted to bring up, which lists my abilities and then lets me choose them. But really, all I can do is down here on this like UI ability bar, which is Slam, rebuke robot, make a camp, or sprint. And sprint is how you run away from enemies. So we killed the Snapjaw Scavenger, and we got 10 experience. So with the 50 we got for completing the first part of the quest, we're 60 out of 220 on the way to leveling up, and this blue bar will fill up as our experience fills up. Let me step on the square over this guy and see what's here for us to pick up. Hey, Ori. Good evening, my friend. There's some furs, an iron dagger, a torch, and a snapjaw corpse. So if I push G to get, like in Dungeon Crawl, it opens up this screen, and I can pick things up. God, the last time I played, people explained what these icons meant. And there are tutorials you can go through to see what these mean. Like, one is like armor class, and one is damage reduction, I think, or something like that. Okay. So I'm going to take the torch. We're just going to get it. I'll take this dagger. Can I look at it? Yeah, it has all kinds of information about it. Strength bonus cap 2. Its weapon class short blades. Causes bleeding on a critical hit, and it weighs 1 pound. Alright, well, let me get it. Just to sell it. I don't really want to carry his corpse. I believe that these numbers are weight. These pound symbols. And let me look at the furs. A huge pile of stinking, lice-infested animal hide. Yeah, and so it weighs 10 pounds, which corresponds to 10 pounds. Makes sense. I don't know if I want these. Oh, okay, Snack. Thank you. So the diamond is armor value, and the circle is dodge value. So these don't help you dodge. They actually make you worse at dodging, but they have armor. I'm going to get these, and I'm going to just go back. Now, if I look at my equipment, I am wearing this painted leather apron, which is hilarious. It gives you 1 armor, and no minus to dodge. Let me look at this. It says boar hide was brined, limed, and put in a tanning drum. It was cut and fitted into an apron, and now it's a brown canvas for knife scars and tongue burns. Wow, that's hilarious. I love the description. It gives you plus 12 heat resistance, and it's been painted with a scene from the life of the ancient Sultan Reshef. So again, it very, very much reminds me of Dwarf Fortress with the randomized flavor description, perhaps a randomized historical event. And it tells you right here some lore. And because I have this, if I do meet the cult of the coiled lamb, I get bonus reputation because of how cool this looks and the cultural scene that it represents. So that's kind of funny. I noted this piece of information in my Sultan histories. Okay. Show effects. No active effects. Okay. I have a steel mace. Let me look at this. It's weapon class cudgel, and it can daze on critical hit. Okay. I'm guessing like 7 accuracy, and it does 2 dice, 2 damage, which seems good.